Welcome to HR 10. We're a fractional HR and compliance firm built specifically for small businesses, the companies that carry real HR risk but can't justify a full-time HR department. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what we do, who we help, and why it matters. And yes, we're proudly veteran-owned, and that discipline shows up in everything we deliver. Here's the reality for most small businesses. HR isn't anyone's real job. It's squeezed in by the owner, the office manager, or the bookkeeper between everything else. So policies get outdated, training records go missing, and background checks aren't tracked. The compliance gaps, OSHA, HIPAA, wage and hour, licensing, stay invisible right up until an audit, a complaint, or an inspection exposes them. And by then, one mistake can lead to a fine, a lawsuit, a lost contract, or even your license to operate. That's the risk we exist to remove. So, what do we actually deliver? Think of it as your HR department, available on demand. First, we build your HR infrastructure, the handbook, policies, and procedures tailored to how your business really operates, not generic templates. Second, compliance and documentation. We get your screening, training, and credential records audit-ready and keep them that way. Third, hiring, onboarding, and training, so every new employee starts consistently and correctly. And fourth, ongoing advisory, a seasoned HR partner you can call when a tricky situation comes up. You get the function without the full-time salary. Every engagement starts with discovery. The principle is simple. We measure before we prescribe. First, we diagnose your risk, exactly where the compliance gaps and HR exposures are. Second, we read your culture because turnover, disengagement, and friction are HR problems too, and they cost you money. Third, we turn all of that into a prioritized roadmap, a clear, ranked plan of what to fix first and why. You're never guessing, and you're never paying for work you don't need. CultureRx tells us, and you, exactly where to start. Who is this for? Our sweet spot is businesses with roughly 10 to 150 employees, big enough to have real HR risk, but not big enough to justify a full-time HR team. The need gets sharper when any of these apply. You have an hourly, high-turnover workforce with constant onboarding. You serve a vulnerable population like children, seniors, or patients. You carry safety or regulatory exposure like OSHA, DOT, or licensing, or you're growing fast across multiple sites. The more of these boxes you check, the more we can help, and the more a single misstep could cost you. Over the years, we've found 7 kinds of business where we make the biggest difference. Care providers, childcare, senior living, home health, where compliance protects a license. Safety-sensitive trades like construction and trucking, with OSHA and drug testing demands. Healthcare-adjacent practices juggling HIPAA and credentialing. High turnover, multi-site operators like restaurants and gyms. Facility businesses, self-storage, parking, property management. Small teams handling cash and customer access. Professional services, scaling up faster than their HR. And specialty compliance niches, including government contractors. 7 very different industries, but one common thread: high HR risk, lean teams, and no one who really owns it. That's our specialty. So, why do businesses choose HR 10 over the alternatives? For reasons. We protect the business. We close the compliance gaps that quietly turn into fines, lawsuits, and lost licenses. We take HR off your plate, so you and your managers can get back to running the company. We're right-sized and affordable. Our fractional model gives you senior HR expertise without paying a full-time salary. And we bring veteran-owned discipline. We're accountable, detail-driven, and fluent in regulated and government contracting environments where the stakes are highest. Being veteran-owned isn't just a label for us. It's how we work. Service, accountability, and getting the details exactly right. That matters most for our government contracting clients. We speak GovCon HR fluently. Left CCP and affirmative action requirements, contract flowdowns, the documentation that prime contractors expect. We help turn your HR from an audit risk into a contract asset. And many veteran-owned businesses simply prefer working with a fellow veteran-owned partner, someone who understands the mission and the standard. Working with us is simple. 3 steps. First, we diagnose. CultureRx maps your risk and your culture and gives us a prioritized plan. Second, we build. We put the real foundation in place, the policies, the documentation, the onboarding and training done properly, not patched together. Third, we partner. We stay on as your fractional HR team, keeping you compliant and current as regulations change and your business grows. You get a steady hand on HR permanently, without ever having to build a department from scratch. So, here's our invitation. If any of this sounds like your business, real HR risk, no one truly owning it, let's protect your business and take better care of your people. The best place to start is a CultureRx assessment, a clear, honest picture of where you stand and what to address first. Visit us at hr10.us. We are HR10 Fractional HR and Compliance, veteran-owned, and ready to help.